Going to get a swig and we'll get started. What is going on, my dudes? Tystra here, back again with another Genshin Impact video. And as always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button down below. It helps out a lot. Comment on what you think you liked about this video at the end of the video. And of course, don't forget to hit that notification bell to get notified when we upload more videos. Now guys, this is going to be a little bit different than some of my normal ones. This is kind of like more so a wish list of what I would like to see in Genshin Impact, or just stuff that I could maybe see as a crossover event. That's right, we're talking about crossover event potential in Genshin Impact. And honestly, I'm surprised that I was able to come up with a top 10 short list. Big shout out to the Twitch fam over there. Thank you guys so much on Twitch for, giving me these anime or games that you would like to see cross over into Genshin Impact. And I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it a little bit with each one. So let's go ahead and get started. Now remember, these are 10 different ones, but it's not in any particular order of what I want. It's just more so these are 10 ideas that could possibly happen with Genshin Impact. Starting out with number 1. Honkai Impact. Now we already know that this is kind of something that they've already done on the Honkai Impact side. With Honkai Impact actually having Kaching, I think, in the game. I never actually played Honkai Impact. It's almost guaranteed that Honkai Impact will actually cross over to Genshin Impact itself. Now, honestly, I think there might be even a bigger story between the two instead of just a crossover event. They might actually have a linked world of some sort in any way, shape, or form. I could definitely see it happening. I don't know which characters would kind of cross over, but it's definitely something I could see going on. Number 2. Konosuba. Now, people may argue with me about Konosuba because, I'm a shill for Konosuba. I love that anime so much. It is near and dear to my heart. Absolutely love it. But I feel that Konosuba would be a wonderful crossover. I think it'd be really funny. The only issue is that right now I can only see 2 characters actually making somewhat of an appearance in the crossover, which would be Aqua, because she is a water user, so you could make her a Hydro, make her kind of a makeshift Hydro, what do you call it? The same thing as Zhongli and Venti. You could kind of do something like that. And even Darkness, I think, could even do kind of a geotyping, just because of how durable she is. I don't think that she would be cryo or fire or anything else, and you could make her a completely defensive wall, and that's it. She's not going to do much damage, obviously, but I think it'd be still fun. Overall, I think those two could do it. You could even say Megumin, but Megumin only has 1 attack. Explosion. A list of characters that we could use. So definitely I would say Konosuba would be a fun one, but a very hard one to execute. Number 3, Donmachi. Now, is it really wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? I don't think so. I love the anime. I love Donmachi Memory Freeze, and you could honestly make a crossover between Donmachi Memory Freeze and Genshin Impact like that. I think it would be a wonderful thing. It'd be a wonderful thing for them when it comes to getting new characters, and it'd be a wonderful thing for Donmachi Memory Freeze because it gets some publicity, and I think that game deserves a lot more publicity than it gets. It's one of the, it's honestly a very, very fun game, and it's also very free-to-play friendly. But this isn't talking about Donmachi Memory Freeze. This is talking about Genshin Impact. Now, I could see some characters getting in on this, definitely, we could obviously put Bell in there, Wolf Crozo, we could put Lilaruka, Haruhime. We could make Haruhime a healer. The only thing is that it's obviously about typing. Now, I think that Bell and Wolf could be like Pyro users, but I wouldn't want to put both of them as a Pyro user, you know what I mean? So maybe we could kind of say Bell could do Electro, maybe? We could do Wolf Crozo. We could make him a Pyro user. We could make Lilaruka, maybe Dendro? I could maybe see Dendro. Possible. Or Geo, maybe. I don't know. And then we could maybe even do Haruhime, and Haruhime could be for a healer. I wouldn't want to do Cryo because we already have so many Cryo healers, but we could maybe make her the Electro. I don't know. It's kind of difficult with these typings, but definitely something that I would like to see, especially with those 4 characters. Now, people would argue, oh, why not Hestia? Remember, Hestia is technically not a fighter, so it wouldn't make sense to put her in there. Number 4, let's go into some ReZero. Now, personally, I haven't watched ReZero. I know, shocker. Go ahead and grab your torch and pitchforks, put them out there. But I do know about ReZero. I've watched clips of it, and I think it's a wonderful anime. I think it's something that could work in the sense of like how the anime style works. And definitely I know about Rem and Ram. So you could literally do Rem, Ram, what's her name? The one chick that the main dude's all over. You know her. You guys know her. I don't know. But we know Rem and Ram. So honestly, I think that we could do something like that. Now, typings, I don't really know. Maybe you could do Rem, Geo, Ram, Pyro, and whatever the fudge, you know. But yeah, that's about all I know. Number 5. Let's go into some Black Clover. Now, I'm not a fan of Black Clover. I don't like Black Clover, but it has magic, it makes sense, and a lot of these characters I think have typings in general. You could make Asta, I think, Pyro, but it's like Black Flames, so it kind of works out. You could make the one girl that's like the love interest, Water. I think that recently in the show or anime, she's like a water mermaid thing. I don't know. But you could do something along those lines. The weaponry is kind of the same between the two games, so it kind of makes sense. I could definitely see it happening. Personally, I'm not upset if it doesn't happen, but it's definitely something that we could think about. Number 6. Now we're going into one that's kind of semi near and dear to my heart. I love Bleach. Bleach is a fantastic anime in my opinion. It did kind of fall off a little bit, but I always enjoyed watching it, and I used to, you know, do a bunch of stuff for Bleach. Bleach, I think, would actually be a really, really good one. I could definitely see Bleach being a part of it because of how the typings work in some of these characters. Now, I could definitely see Rukia, who's being, you know, nice user. She could be Cryo. She could do a wonderful thing with that. You could definitely see, you know, Ichigo in some capacity. I think he would definitely be a Pyro user, which would make sense towards his character. And you obviously have stuff like, you know, you could even do evil people like Ukiura. You could do Grimjow Jabberjack. Number 7, My Hero Academia. Now, everyone knows I'm a stan for My Hero Academia. I think that My Hero Academia makes the most sense in like being the most popular anime, and definitely with Ultra Impact being out on JP. I think that it could possibly happen when Ultra Impact gets a global release. Now, the only thing that's kind of holding me back is that I feel that some of the characters may not work in essence. Like, take Todoroki, for example. Todoroki is ice and fire. Can't do Pyro and Cryo in the same character. So I think that honestly, you know, kind of something to where it's like iffy, but you could definitely see like, you could probably make Todoroki just strict Cryo and then his ult is Cryo and Pyro. You could make Bakugo Pyro. You could make Uraraka, you know, Geo in the sense because she can lift things and use them, so she could lift the rocks around, so on. With Deku, on the other hand, probably Electro. Probably Electro to match with his kicks and All for One, so I guess that makes sense. I definitely think that, you know, My Hero Academia would be a possibility, but I don't think it's one that we should, you know, put our money on. Number 8. This one, I'm kind of like, I know that there's some people that'll be like, whatever, but SAO, Sword Art Online. I think that Sword Art is one where it's definitely tricky. You're gonna have to make it as part of the ALO saga, and or maybe you could even do, you know, Alization as well, but it's going to be really difficult, I think, when it comes to that, because of the fact that there's no real specific typing, I guess, to some of the characters. I mean, I believe Xenon was ice, so, you know, we could possibly do that and do some other stuff, but I digress from there. I think SAO is one of those, like, it's a possibility, but I don't believe it. Number 9, Fairy Tail. Now, Fairy Tail is not an anime that I got into, but honestly, out of all the choices in here besides Honkai Impact, I think Fairy Tail has the biggest potential of coming to Genshin Impact in some sort of way, shape, or form. If, and again, I don't want anybody freaking out and going like, oh, well, he's saying Fairy Tail's coming to Genshin Impact. I'm saying that Fairy Tail could fit in great with Genshin Impact because of the fact that it's all about magic there. I don't know much about the characters. I watched maybe like 10 episodes, so I don't really know much that's going on. But I do know that most of the characters usually generate towards a single type. And that makes sense to me because it's like, okay, it could cross over to Genshin Impact, and I think it's worth it because Fairy Tail is a very big anime. You know, throughout the years, it's been, you know, regarded as one of the best anime out there. So definitely something to think about. And then number 10, and this is one that I think me and Rev, the editor, Rev, say hi.
Hi.
We both kind of are like, this isn't gonna happen, but if it did, we'd be so happy. This is an older anime called ReZero no Sukaima, or The Familiar of Zero. If you guys don't know, basically The Familiar of Zero came out, I think it was like early 2000s, when anime was starting to get like bigger. And it was just like, it's a weird one. It's a mushy gushy love story, but also not a love story. It's very weird to describe, and I highly recommend that people check out the anime. I think it's very fun if you just want a lighthearted, you know, anime. ReZero no Sukaima would be a fun one too. I think that when it comes to it though, it might not make it because of the fact that one, it's older, and two, there's not really many typings, I guess, with it. You got, you know, the two main characters, obviously Zero and her familiar. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. My apologies. It's been like years since I watched that anime. You could definitely see that it's a possibility. Again, out of all this list, I think Fairy Tail's got the biggest shot outside of Honkai Impact. You know, ReZero no Sukaima could be a definite second in the sense of Fairy Tail. Maybe even third because of Black Clover, but I really just dislike Black Clover. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What are some animes or games that you would like to see cross over with Genshin Impact in some way, shape, or form? Do you agree with some of these picks on the list, or would you rather see something else? Again, comments down below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, you know, hit that notification bell. You'll find more videos of me, you know, posting or whatever, you know. So anyways, guys, thank you so much again for giving me the opportunity to entertain you. I hope you have a wonderful day and stay safe out there, and we will catch you guys in the next video or the next stream.